Okay, so we grew our business from zero to $180 million in the little garage to the final acquisition. And here are the 4 things that kept us super productive and helped us grow as fast as physically possible. So point number 1, straight into it. This one is massive. And as you go into bigger businesses, you figure this one out real fast. Meetings are one of the biggest drains on time. We would do a lot of things like we'd stand up, discuss things quickly, but we would never schedule things out in a day where you'd have these blocks. It creates this weird thing when you know there's a meeting. If there's it's 9 a.m. and you have an 11 a.m. over here, this time in here just becomes waste. You're not able to do any deep work and actually execute on anything of value realistically. And instead of spending 60 minutes talking in this nonsense meeting, spending, multiple salaries here, and this ends up costing us so much money, right? Like you've got all these people in here. Instead of doing that, how about you just do the actual work that's going to move your business forward? It's going to really have a multiplying effect of the return on investment over the long term. Anything that you can discuss asynchronously, do so. Drop it into a Slack where you can discuss it. I think async companies do this best, right? People that do remote work, because you're forced to do it, you end up documenting things way better. In the end of the day, like a meeting, it's like, how are you? What's you been up to? Like you waste so much time on just absolute fluff. And especially if you have lots of people earning lots of dollars, these things add up so fast. And eliminating meetings is like plugging profit black holes, right? That's a super simple one. You see this a lot. Try and avoid that trap because I think it's just one of those things people kind of drown in. So that's number productivity hack number 1. Number 2, this one is, a lot of people have different opinions on this, but for me, it's all about small teams, right? So this is something we did right in the beginning is we just ran a super small team. We had a very small engineering team. We were a software platform. The problem with having a bigger team or as teams grow is that communication becomes harder, right? So it becomes harder to communicate ideas. You add layers of management. People have managers that block things and you never hear direct reports or things from customers so that the smaller teams get blocked and never actually get to the top level. So what we did is we kept everything super flat and kept teams super lean so that decision making is faster, alignment is clear, and output per person is way higher, right? Small teams move like speedboats, not cruise ships, right? So think about this analogy gets used all the time, but trying to move the Titanic. It takes hours to try and change that position. Where if you're a small team, you can just go smash it this way here. We're actually agile, right? Super key and super valuable when you're trying to be productive. Because when you're building a business, if you can be more productive than your competitor, you're going to win, full stop. Number 3, right? This one I really like. It's like tracking, or you could basically call this journaling as well, but tracking your day. So what did I like to keep track of what I did today, right? So it's what I did today. What I did today. What did I do today? So I want to basically at the end of the day be able to look back and see what I actually achieved. That what's going to move the marker in the business, right? Where am I spending my time? If you are seeing yourself spending a lot of time doing these things, you can first go and address that problem. But then secondly, it's what am I doing tomorrow? So what does tomorrow look like? Now, I think this is super key. A lot of people talk about this as well. But it's what does the next day look like? If you can figure out, okay, tomorrow looks like this. By the time you come in the next day, you don't spend and fluff around for a couple of half an hour, or however long it takes some people to do that. You actually know, okay, I'm diving straight into this problem. I'm going to fix that first. To be honest, when I don't have something ready for the next day, I do kind of go I waste a lot of time floundering. So I've made it practice that every day I track what I do and then try and figure out what I'm doing the next day. And then even on a weekend, I kind of figure out what am I doing on Monday. So I can hit the ground running. This is going to make you super productive. You're not wasting this 30 minutes a day. Imagine if you spend 30 minutes and say you work 5 days standard. If you're hitting, is that 150 minutes of wasted time when you could have just done 5 minutes a day before? Because just trying to figure out, get back into that mental space takes time, right? So yeah, let's preset the day and convert that time back into cash. Now, before we go on, I want to know what do you do? What you do? What are you doing in your business? What do you reckon are some productivity hacks that help you grow super fast? So yeah, let me know what you do so I can see if there's anything I can pick up. Number 4, implementing systems. Everyone talks about this, right? But I think you need to look at things, not just computer systems, right? We need to be looking at what systems and things that are being repeated, what tasks are being repeated. How can we systemize this? How can we turn it into a process so that we can just do this easily without even thinking? Repeatable processes that scale without scaling cost, right? So systems convert chaos into compounding efficiency. That's what we want. We want to be able to take our crazy chaos. We want to be able to say, it's a system of do this, this, and then job done, right? If we can figure that out quickly, we're going to be way more productive. We're going to just be able to smash out the work we need to do and make sure that we're actually delivering value to our customers, because that's what we want to do. That's the reason we're in business, really. So a system that takes away 10 minutes per day, right? So say now we're looking at 10 minutes per day per employee, and then you'd start multiplying that by how many employees do you have, right? What does that equal? So we did a lot of this in our last business. We were constantly looking for things. So things that we would build, we'd build a signboard app so that we could make it faster to track what things are happening and get them moving quicker. Checklists to make sure that they were taking the right gear, because when they forget things, guess what? That adds time, it adds waste. You're less efficient. We're talking about being productive. So what you want to do when you're productive is you have a checklist. Boom, done. I've got everything I need for the day. Let's go. What can you do to implement those systems into your business so that they're repeatable, so that everyone's on the right page and everyone just smashes it out and then becomes a money machine? That's what we're trying to do, right? So those are the 4 key things. I try to do it really fast for you just to provide that value as quickly as possible, right? So it's no meetings, super key. No meeting. Please don't do it. We've seen what it looks like when you do this. You literally go from high performance all the way down, right? As soon as you start adding in all these meetings and fluff, and it just becomes, your whole team's just going to get unmotivated, right? You have people rocking up to Zoom calls with like just the avatar, that they just got their headphones in, we're doing the laundry, right? Avoid this. We don't want this. Small teams, right? Small teams move fast, can be actually agile, super key. Let's focus on that. Number 3, tracking your day and what are you doing tomorrow? So what I did today, what am I doing tomorrow? Do that. That's going to save you heaps of time. You're going to be able to get in, get out. And especially when you have kids later on in life, you know that every minute counts. So how do you make every minute count? And then number 4 is implementing systems. Find the things that you're doing over and over again. Figure out a system that works and then do that. Guess what it does? It takes away the brain power required to figure out and remember and all that. It's just documented. It's done. Let's go. All right. So that's what we reckon is the best, or that's what I reckon is 4 things you can implement in your business. Super simple to do, but keep looking for them. Constantly refine. Let me know what you are doing as well. And if you want to learn how to build an epic content system, check out this video that YouTube recommends. But until next time, catch you on the next one.